As I mentioned earlier on in this course, it's possible to have actions in one part of your project control something in a completely different part. To do this, we simply send a command through to the other area. This is called targeting, and to do it, we need to know two pieces of information: where this target is and its instance name. So let's have a look at how we actually target something. In your work files, you'll find a file called targeting.fla. Open that, and then open the Actions panel. Let's make sure that Script Assist is turned off. Select a keyframe in the Actions layer, and click the Target Path button here. Now you'll see two radio buttons at the bottom. To start, let's select Absolute. Now imagine for a minute that you need to send a letter to someone at their workplace. To do this, you'll need to know where their work is and their name or title. So you write on the envelope their name or job title, their business name, their street address, city, state, and possibly country. This is exactly what we do using absolute targeting, only here we do it in reverse. We start at the top, and then we work our way down until we get to the target. In the case of Flash, the top is called the root. How we write the script is _root. Then we start getting more specific. So, say my target is nested inside beach ball number 1. So, we'll expand the beach ball 1 entry in the target path dialog, and there's another movie clip in there called ball colors. Our target is inside that, so expand it. And our actual target, or the person we're sending the letter to, is called blue_MC. But this isn't the actual person's name. Notice that this one is in parentheses. This is because I haven't given this, or the other three, instance names. When this happens, Flash just gives us the symbol name. And if we look back to where we've come through, we've only been selecting instance names, not the name of the actual symbols. So this is one reason why instance names are so important. Imagine that in the company we're sending our letter to, there's a requirement that letters have to be addressed to a specific person, not their job title. Now, Flash can help us out here. If we go ahead and select the blue_MC movie clip, Flash will say, hey, you don't know this person's name, but guess what? You get to give them a name right now. Hit rename, and now you get to make up a name for them. I would not make a habit of doing things this way though. This will only apply the name in frame 1 of our destination timeline. And if the destination timeline has more than one keyframe for this, you're only going to name the target at the first one. If that timeline happens to be playing when this targeting is attempted at runtime, it might not be sitting at frame 1, and your targeting won't work. This is why I always tell people, name your instances as you create them. Then you don't have to worry about things like broken targeting. If you've already created the instances at separate keyframes, then we'll need to go to the actual destination and name them there. So let's do that. We'll go into Beach Ball 1. Now it has an instance name, as we saw earlier. Inside that is the ball colors movie clip. And inside that, we have green, red, blue, and yellow. Let's give the blue one a name. We'll just call it blue. Now this is exactly what would have happened if we had applied a name in our targeting dialog. But have a look at the timeline. There's two keyframes. At this keyframe, out at frame 20, we would not have given an instance name to this movie clip. Okay, so now both of these keyframes have an instance name for this object. So let's return to the main timeline and go back to the Actions panel and open the Target Path dialog again. And go back through our target path. Beach Ball 1, ball colors. And this time, we have a proper target path. And that's it for this lesson. Move on to the next one.